What's up, what's up, beautiful people of Earth? Thank you very much for clicking. It's another beautiful day. You are loved. Today's videos is a mix of everything. Yeah, you see, we say that every day, and today's videos are surprising. Watch till the end and leave your comments. You are respected. Tell us where you're watching from, man. Straight out of Africa with good vibes, love, peace, and forgiveness. Let's dive in. Say you are a very wonderful person. Share love. Huh. I found this under my son's bed. Wah, la, 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 ha. Oh my god. What was his son up to? You guys, do you know what this might be?
What is your boyfriend's name?
I just told you, Jack.
No, I'm your only boyfriend.
No, Jack, you are not a little kid.
I'm not a little kid. Have you ever kissed Jack? How many times did you kiss Jack?
Is that a crust?
Did you kiss him on the lips?
No.
Where'd you kiss Jack?
Yeah.
What? Hey, you're in trouble. Look at me. Look at me. Where did you kissed him on the lips?
No.
Where'd you kiss Jack?
Yes. On the cheek.
On the cheek?
No.
You're not allowed to kiss anybody except for Dad.
Oh.
Just like that. You can't kiss boys.
I can kiss boys.
No, you can't.
I can't kiss it.
You can't kiss Jack. I want to meet this Jack.
I just can't.
Is he
It's
in your
my school.
Is he in your class? Is he in your class? Well, well, tomorrow when I pick you up, I'm gonna go meet this Mr. Jack.
No.
Yes.
You just can't. You are not a little kid.
Yeah, but I'm your dad, and you're not allowed to have a boyfriend when you're 2.
No.
So I'm gonna meet Jack tomorrow,
No. No.
and I'm gonna tell him to stay away from you.
No. Don't like that. Stop. Stop doing the blower.
What?
Don't be
Chris,
a
watch out.
drawer pot.
What?
Don't be.
You are the drawer pot like that.
Oh my god. Ah! Oh.
Here's a really cool way you can show your friends and family how's your vision when you don't wear your glasses. So you basically take your glasses here, put your phone through it, focus your phone on something, and lock the focus. Once you've done that, take off the glasses, and this is what your vision should look like without your glasses. Put the glasses back on. It's clear again. Take them out. It's blurred.
Oh my god, that's interesting. My dog Winston didn't realize that my other dog was chewing his tail. Huh? What followed was a hilarious interaction. Let's see. This other dog is just chilling. Yo, what's up, dude? What are you doing? Oh, I was just chilling. Yo, I thought this was a bone, man. Yo, chill. I didn't know it was your tail. This other dog is like, yo, my nigga, are you going nuts or something? Two gentle babies meeting each other for the first time. This is so cool, man. Oh, lots of love to this. To people out there, to the universe, to animals. If you have a parent out there, much love to it and to yourself. And to those people that are sharing love, you are also loved. See, this is some interaction of genuine love. And they are both excited to see each other. You see? When she ate the last piece of chicken nuggets and didn't offer you any. Oh. What? Oh man, this is so beautiful. Look at this. You see, these animals are just so beautiful, and it's just so amazing when you look at
Women
them.
wear makeup.
Because men have created the illusion and
Men didn't do anything. Most men don't even like makeup. Most men enjoy a woman when she has absolutely no makeup on. Now the ladies just look like, oh, what do they think we look like when we don't have makeup on? The natural face, you know, you go out, night out, you have all this makeup on, you get that makeup remover, and you get to removing it, and you guys are starting to expose those bags that you always are trying to hide that most men don't even care about because that's how you naturally look, and we enjoy how women look naturally. The problem really is the biggest critic of any woman is another woman. That's really what got women to wear makeup. And what's crazy is women are in so competition with each other, talking about, oh, I need to look like this, I need to look like that. When in reality, ladies, we love you guys naturally.
You see, you're beautiful and amazing just the way you are.
This is a funny one. This is the shuttle docking with the space station. Both going 64,000 miles an hour around the sun and 3,000 miles around the Earth. When I spoke to a scientist, he said this was due to clever thrusters. I said, surely a vacuum, the vacuum of space, would suck out all the fuel where there's an opening, where the thrusters are. And he got a bit upset, because it was his life definition to be a scientist. We can also talk about spacewalks, can't we? Why would they put all the cables on the outside? Why would all these things need fixing? And how if you study spacewalks, you're really looking at underwater footage. You see a lot of bubbles in the helmets of a lot of spacewalks. And NASA actually use a training swimming pool. These are the satellites, 20, 30,000. None of them hit each other. None of them hit the space station. And none of them take any photos of the Earth. Unless you believe the weather after the news.
Man, this is...
Here's a video of what actually happens when you pour vinegar and baking soda down your drains.
So let's run a little bit of water, make sure we have a clog here. That's a clog. Let's try now some baking soda. A little more baking soda here. It's a big clog.
Okay.
Let's try it out.
Point taken.
Let's go.
Look at that. It moved the clog. I saw that.
Right here, right?
Yeah, I don't know if the camera caught it. I bet you that's going to blow that out. Hell yeah. That worked. Wow. I was such a doubter. I said, no way. No way.
Wow.
So, you know, for our first video, all the people that gave us a hard time, we deserved a hard time. So it kind of works.
The reaction of baking soda and vinegar will help unclog a drain. Just remember, this reaction is only effective if the drain is either covered with a plug or wet towel. Follow along for more tips.
Ah, wow. Didn't know that.
My name is David Cobb. Had been a film and television producer for over 20 years and had also been a professional athlete. I had this incredible near-death experience, and it lasted for 13 days. It first started New Year's Eve, right at about 1 o'clock in the morning the next day, where I woke up, and at the very foot of my bed was this incredible ancient spirit, just bright, bright light, and he had to be at least 10 feet tall. Now, I'd had a little bit of experience with people on the other side. My grandfather had come to me when I was a young boy, and when I was 5, when he had passed and told me some things, and so I had some communication with people that had passed before. So I wasn't completely surprised. I actually thought, he's pretty tall. Thank God I got high ceilings. I mean, I really was not taken back by what was happening with this great spirit. But I sort of said, all right, what do you want? And he said, he did this. He said, I will return in a few days and I will reveal everything. I thought, okay, right. So I went back to sleep, and about 3 or 4 hours later, I woke up and I was violently ill, and I started to throw up and everything. And for the next 2 weeks, I was so sick, I just couldn't believe it. And just as I started to get better, that very night, a couple weeks later, 1 o'clock in the morning, the same time, sure enough, I wake up and here is this huge spirit standing at my bed again. And I was like, no. Last time you came, you made me really sick. I don't want anything to do with you. And he just stared at me. And he reached out his hand. And I thought, well, there's just no way I'm going to get away from this. And so I went and I touched his hand. And the minute I touched his hand, we started flying. And we flew back to my ranch. And we came right on this specific spot. It's the only reason why I ever bought this property is because I found that there was a vortex, there was an energy field on this property, which is why I had purchased this land. And so we landed, and for the next 13 nights, every night he would come to me at 1 o'clock in the morning. He would put his hand out, I would touch it, we would fly to the ranch, and every night he would teach me certain things. Now, after the second night of this happening, because he would give me sort of a download, he would teach me these certain ideas, and I would have to wake up, go downstairs, write down exactly what he said, and it was exhausting. And by the third night, when he showed up, he came to me and he said, look, this isn't really working. It's taking a toll on your body. So I'm going to give you this egg, this magic egg. And in it was this crack of, you could just see this incredible light kicking through it. And when he would hand it to me and I would touch it, it would open up like a petal and the words would just come into me. So each night for the next 7 or 8 nights, he would give me lessons and teachings of ancient wisdom and healing. And then he would hand me the egg and I would wake up, I would see the egg in my head and I would just start to print out these words. And in those 13 nights, he gave me 13 chapters of a book that he wanted me to publish. And it is a channeling of ancient wisdom and understandings coming from these ancient Native Americans. Now, it's not any philosophy, it's not a religion, it's not anything silly like that. It's actually what everyone used to understand.
Ah. Yo, what's happening here? Yo, oh my god! Is this a snake or many snakes? What is this now? Which type of animal is this? Yeah. Some of these things, yo! Leaving a tetherball in the woods. Let's see what will happen. Oh. Oh, what happens? Oh, these are sheep, or yeah, these are sheep. Let me just look at this boy and say, yo, what's up, mate? Yo, this. Oh, this sheep decided just to play here by itself and stay home, man. It's been a long day. Let me take some break here and chill my mind. Oh, why not do something for fun? This is very interesting. Yo, and it's enjoying how it's playing. It's like it's understanding this game. This is so interesting, man. Much love to you. If you have watched up to this far, hit the like button, the super thanks button, spread love from wherever you are, and forgiveness to those around you, and caring, peace to all there of humanity. From wherever you are, just do something of good gesture of love. Oh my god, you see, this is very interesting. Oh, myself, even if I was just walking in the woods and I found something like this.
I never seen this. I never even dreamed that anything was possible. Not really. And it was like, I could see up here was the story I was living. And the only thing I needed to do to move from here to anywhere else in this matrix, it was all internal. You know, if I made an internal shift, it would move me to a new story. And that's all I had to do to move into that new story. And the minute I saw that, these words fell out of my mouth. I didn't think them. They just fell out. I go, oh, it's like we tell ourselves a giant story, buy into it, hook, line, and sinker, and then we get to live out the stories we tell. So it's not life I'm upset with. It's like a little valve on the end that you can turn. And once you open that valve up, you can push that piston closed with a simple thing. It's just almost no pressure at all because you've eliminated the obstacles. I just felt so, what I fell in love with was the heart of the child within. It was just, and it's the most amazing thing that when this happens, and the heart of the child within, that's our essence. That's our nature. That's who we are at our core before we overlay all these stories. It's that beautiful, courageous, curious, thrilled heart that absolutely wants to be here and wants to be alive. Before you're full-blown hijacked by your own emotions and do things you regret. So you have to notice the first telltale signs. I feel a disturbance inside. I feel frustrated. I feel pressure. I feel upset. Whatever, you have to notice your own disturbance. And then there's three things. The first is to stop and pause and connect your breathing. And this is so simple, right? So stopping and pausing, you do that by bringing your awareness and attention like right behind your eyes, and then smell the air. Do that right now, just right. Automatically, you can feel your breath coming in through your nose, right? And you're just a little bit more present. Plus, you've withdrawn the attention from your mind, and now it's focused on your body and feeling. So just do that a couple times, right? And notice how much more present you feel. The next step, and this is to bring your mind online, remind yourself that you don't have all the answers. That's easy, right? Does anybody have all the answers? No. So why do we always act like we do? So surrender is a step into truth. It's one of the few truth things I know, which is nobody has all the answers. That includes me. So step one, I bring my focus and attention behind my eyes. I feel the breath coming in. I smell the air. I remind myself I don't have all the answers. And then I tune into my body and feel the feelings and the sensations. But I don't buy into the story. I feel the feelings and the sensations, and I make peace with how I'm feeling, whether I like the way it feels or not, and without making anybody right or wrong for feeling the way that I do, including me. So once you connect your breathing, connect your breath, and tune into your body, the next thing is just listen inside for your own inner voice. What do you want? That's why it's so important to know what you really, really want, not the trinkets. Is it peace you want? Is it understanding you want? Is it connection? Is it union? Because once I've settled down and connected, it may be as simple as ask, how would peace respond? How would love respond? How would my highest self respond? How would my best self respond? How would my most compassionate self respond?
So, well, I think it's finally safe to say that guy you were on the train with it was weird and smelled like beef tacos. He was right. Some of us are reptiles. My God, that guy you went to that convenience store down in the south and he said, I swear to God, them reptiles is real. I seen them. He was also right. What? I'm here, my baby. I ain't going nowhere. Yo! Is that real? Is that CGI?
It's not the worms themselves. The worms defecate in your system, and they collect and they create a home for a virus. And the virus, when it goes potty, is poison, it's death. And that gives you migraine headaches, because lots of times the feces will collect in these muscles in the back of your head, and that's where the virus lives. And if you've got a stiff neck and you've got problems here, then you are susceptible to headaches and prone to these problems. And I tell you, I have helped numerous people that have had migraine headaches where mental institutions were the next step. 3 days, they're finished with it. Only 3 days, they're done with it. Now I'll tell you about an MD that I know. I won't use his name because he doesn't want me to. His wife tried my water for cats because they had some kind of strange cross between a bobcat and a house cat, and it became some kind of weird cat for 15 grand a pop. And the problem with it is that cats seem that the cats got pneumonia and died. So she uses my water, and of course now there's no pneumonia because my water knocks pneumonia out. So she was really sold on my water, and she says to her husband, "You have to meet this man." Well, he didn't want to meet me, but he had to keep peace in the family. So he came to meet me, and we sat down. I'd never seen the gentleman before, and he looked at me and said, "Look, I'm damned here if I do, and I'm damned if I don't." And I said, "I don't understand." He said, "Well," he said, "you know, if I try your stuff and it works, I'll never hear the end of it. And if I don't try it, I won't get any peace." So that's how we started the little talk. And I looked at him and I thought, oh, I better pull some energy on this one. So I started pulling energy, and pretty soon I looked at him and I said, "Gee whiz," I said, "you know, you have a horrendous kidney infection." And he looked at me and he said, "Yeah, I heard you did this stuff. I'm on a different antibiotic now, so everything's fine." And I said, "And what's all this stuff I see here? I've had bad breath for years." And I said, "What do I see in your ear?" And he said, "Well, that's a hearing aid." And I said, "Well, I think what you ought to do is try a little of my water. I'll get you 3 cases of my water, okay? And I asked her, I said, will you see to it that he drinks it?" She said, "Every breakfast, a glassful." And he's glaring at her. We had a rather quiet dinner. And he went home with her with 3 cases of water, and they tore out of the parking lot. I don't know why he was so upset, but he was. And, you know, one Sunday, about 5 weeks later, he's kind of running out of my water, and he's kind of glad it's coming to an end. He's still complaining about it. And he's finally got a day off, and he doesn't have to be at the hospital, and he's at home on Sunday, and he's laying there in bed, and the neighborhood dog starts to bark furiously. And he leaps out of bed, runs to the window, heaves it open. He's starting to yell at this dog, and she sits up in bed, his wife, and she says, "John, just take your hearing aid out, and we'll all get some sleep." Oh, and he reaches up, and it's out. And he turns to her and says, "My God, I've got my hearing back." His best friend was an ear, nose, and throat specialist that had been misdiagnosing him for 20 years. Got it? This man has all his hearing back, and now for the first time in 20 years, he has good breath. No, I got him to deworm. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, if you've got flukes in your thymus and your thyroid, it shuts down the acids in your stomach, and mold from fruit that you eat start to grow there. And other things like candida, yeast, start to grow there. From your stomach. Did anybody here, the people here, listen to the lady that is a specialist on eyes? And she said there are lines that run from your stomach up to your eyes. If you've got all this fungus and mold happening in your stomach, and the lines are hooked to your eyes, is it any wonder that we're having eye problems? I mean, we need to clean up. That's all this is about, yes. Will that actually help astigmatism? No, this lady told you how to help astigmatism. It's releasing pressure on the eye by doing this, and then doing this, you know, with your fingers.
Oh, what? Hi-ya-ya!
Hey guys, we're going to look at another creepy paranormal video today. This one has been sent to me for a long time, but I'm just now getting to it. The original video calls it a witch, but to me it does not really look like a witch. I've got it here a couple times, and then it's going to zoom in and slow down. It kind of gets filtered so you can see it better. But yeah, I have an idea of what this is, but it does not look like a witch to me. It looks like something much worse that I'm about to get into. I'm going to be going through more of these kinds of videos soon. I'm catching up on them. We're going to go again into the Oldry family bestiary, my ancestors' album of the different creatures held in St. George's Keep. If you've been following, you might know what I think it is. It is the physical summoned demon, shown here in its cell, held by binding sigils that kept it in place without chains. Now, this is a monstrous entity of nefarious chaos that only causes damage and destruction and death. These are primarily spiritual entities, but they can be summoned to the physical realm. It's a very ancient practice, goes back thousands of years by different occultists, sorcerers, or warlocks, and I believe that that is exactly what happened here.
What? Oh my god!
Porcupines cannot shoot their quills. I don't know who perpetuated that myth. They are not projectiles that shoot out of them. They actually only can ram them into something, and then they can leave them behind after that, but they can't shoot them. So that's a huge myth that people always think when we go to programs, on my videos. They can't shoot them, people. They can only ram them in. Right, Charmin? Oh, that's your butt.
Oh man, you say now there's some interesting video there. There's some good guy vibes guy. He's even petted a porcupine. Ha! I didn't know that was able. You see, you must are very amazing. Some to you if you have watched up to this far. You are amazing and respected. Click the like button and the super thanks, all those buttons that are there. But there some guys have been using the comment section, saying what's in their mind. God bless you. It's a good gesture. Keep doing so, man. God will bless you generously in miraculous ways. You see, good vibes only to the world. Peace. How do you do peace? Peace, love, and forgiveness. Let's keep watching. You are really loved and respected. Hello there, MJ Stinson.
So I just learned recently that you should not ask your kids, how is school? I watched a whole TikTok about it, and they were saying you should ask these specific questions to see how, you know, what's happening with your kids' lives. And I started asking these questions, and I know you've looked at me like funny all week when I've been asking these questions, but we found out this week that our daughter has a whole entire business, like a whole business.
Oh, that's where you're getting at with this. Okay.
Employees, like... Come to find out, I found out a lot. So the question that you're supposed to be asking is, who did you play with at recess and what did you guys do? That's one of the questions that you should ask.
But some of the other questions were who got in trouble? And then,
Anyways,
so I was like, well, that's a weird
those.
question to
I'm
ask the
not
kids. But
focused
now
about
I
those.
understand.
I'm not focused on those. I'm focused on the recess one because the other day I asked, I was like, hey, who'd you play with at recess or what'd you do at recess? And she was like, well, I had a business meeting with Kara. And I was like, a business meeting. So come to find out that she's been running this bracelet business and she has employees. She charges her other classmates. They get tickets at school. And when they fill up their class chart to 50 tickets, then they get like a class prize. Yeah. Well, Billy holds the fate of the entire class in her hands because we found out she has over 50 tickets.
Yeah, she charges like one or two tickets.
She charges two to three tickets. If you order in advance, she said 3.
Yeah, if custom made is a 3. If you just get one that she's already pre-made.
She pays her employees too because they're the ones taking the orders.
Yeah, so the order takers get a ticket.
They get one or two tickets. But basically, Billy has the entire fate of her class. And so this morning we were talking about it and she was like, well, I have like over 50 tickets. And
it kind of scared me a little bit because I'm like, if you hold the fate, like, what are you going to do? Like,
yeah, he was like,
I don't want you to be like the,
mean boss.
The
he was
boss that, just takes up all the resources and doesn't give back to the community. So I let her know, like, hey, like at some point you're going to have to like give back to those people who are helping you thrive in your business.
But what did she tell you? She was like, thought about it. And she was like, well, they gave me their tickets.
They gave me their tickets. And so
a bracelet.
There may be times when I put them all into the class pot so then we can have a class prize. But then there may be time I'll get my own stuff. So,
we don't know what she's going to choose. We don't know what she's going to choose. If she's going to choose the class reward because she has to input 50 tickets, or if she's going to be selfish and get stickers and get her own rewards. Because I think for your own rewards, you have to pay like 5
But I think
tickets.
she's going to do the right thing. She's going to be, the CEO of the people. You know what I mean? She's not going to hog all the resources, I don't think. But we'll find out. We'll see.
Ask your kids
we'll see what happens.
This question. See what you're finding out, because we had no idea that she was running a whole business in the 3rd grade. Billy's bracelets.
She's doing better than us.
Oh, that's interesting and creepy to see from this side of the world.
What is this?
I'm going to make this real quick and I'm going to go ahead and put a trigger warning right up front. But I just want y'all to know that last Monday, I get a call when I'm at work saying that the FBI is at my house with a search warrant. Of course I'm at work and I'm panicked, so I rush home because I have no idea what's going on. And my daughter's father and my daughter are at home. My daughter's 2. 2. So I run home, and upon arriving, they tell me Ty ran. And I'm like, what do you mean he ran? What's going on? I'm having multiple panic attacks. They're telling me upstairs that they're arresting my daughter's dad for child porn. And not only in possession of it, but distributing it of my daughter. I am enraged.
This is truly a parent's worst nightmare. This is Ty Stephenson. He manufactured and distributed CSAM of his own child. And not just his own child, but over 100 images of other children as well. And when these images were shared on Discord and Snapchat, both platforms reported it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, who reported it to the FBI. You remember when Jordan said that Ty ran when the FBI arrived? He also assaulted the police officer chasing him down. 1 count of resisting an officer, 1 count of assaulting an officer, 4 counts of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor, 2 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor, and indecent liberties with a child. He's currently being held on a $1.5 million bond. August 21st. That's the day the FBI called Jordan. In compliance with their investigation, she has sat in back-to-back meetings with every agency involved for 2 weeks straight. So she needs our help. If you have the ability, will you please send what you can? This is not only helping keep the lights on and keep food on the table for her and her daughter while she continues to cooperate through this investigation, but it's also going to help with a lawyer, and she's going to need one to get full custody of her daughter. Unfortunately, in her state, you can manufacture and distribute CSAM of your own child and still keep your custodial guardianship. Absolutely the fuck not. Jordan, I am so incredibly sorry that you are having to navigate this. I know none of this is easy and you feel like the world is falling down around you, but I am so incredibly proud of you. Keep going. You're gonna get through this.
Please be loving and caring to those around.
Humans are alien hybrids, and our consciousness is extraterrestrial. At the time of death, our consciousness goes somewhere else. And you know how I know this? Because I had a near-death experience. But yet so many people are scared of death. I'm not scared of death. I actually look forward to when my time is up on this planet, because I know my consciousness is going to go somewhere else and my body is going to be different. Probably not going to be in this body anymore. Each strand of our junk DNA was created from a different alien race. So do you know how powerful you are? Right now we're going through an ascension, and we're ascending not just the 5th dimension, but we're going all the way to the 12th dimension. Some of us have 12 DNA strand, which means, each one of those strands from a different alien race. Some of us have 24 to 30 strand DNA. That's also from different alien races. I'm going to dig a type 1 starseed. I had a near-death experience. So I have 30 to 48 strand DNA template. And my near-death experience took place, it happened back in 2000. And this was to trigger my awakening. So my spiritual awakening wasn't gradual, guys. It was like my third eye opened completely and I started to see things in the spirit realm for like about a good 3 weeks. I was terrified because remember, I came from a Muslim family background, so I had no idea. None of them knew anything about these, these type of things, right? But guys, they're all around us. And if you open your third eye, you'll be able to see them.